Hello there folks and welcome to part 12 of our Ashes Cricket 2009 playthrough. Today we are continuing our first innings in the second test against Australia, of course, here at Lords. It's day 2, the start of day 2, and since the last episode we have pulled out an impressive lead on the Aussies. Now, of course, we bowled them out for 120, so whatever we got here, as long as we got a good score, we would set them a good total for their innings, and then of course hopefully we should come in our second innings and have a relatively low score to get. So this match hopefully should be ours, but Paul Collingwood has got to his 100, he's gone way over that, he's at 168 off 199 balls. Unfortunately Graham Swan fell quite cheap for 11 off 25, the same can be said as well for Matt Pryor. Ben Helfenhaus getting his solitary wicket of the day there. But Stuart Broad getting into things quite nicely, 24 off 54. Being a little bit like a Jack Leach figure for Paul Collingwood. Now it is Tuesday, so I mean on Sunday, well it was yesterday's video now because we had a little bit of a delay. And if you want to see what the new schedule is for the channel, we have a new schedule coming into effect next week. Make sure to check out the channel update that's gone up on the channel at 4 PM today. But I recorded the video a few days ago. It was before the end of the third test. I said, well, we could have lost the Ashes by Sunday. Be fair, nobody would predict what would have happened there. That was an absolutely monstrous innings by Ben Stokes. Unbelievable. I'll talk about it in a lot more depth in a video I released a few days ago about 5 tips that England now need to win the Ashes. So I won't bore you with repeating the same context, but what an innings from Ben Stokes, and what a single from Jack Leach, the most important single possibly of all time. But talking about this test match, a little bit of a role reversal here really. Australia, the big underdog in my opinion now, because they've got to get a monstrous score and hope that we don't chase it really. They've got to get at least sort of 500. That would give us a score of 260 to chase. We should be able to get there, but what we're going to do now is just have a whack. Get as big a lead as possible. And hopefully get the Aussies out before they get to our score and hopefully win the match by an innings. That'd be absolutely fantastic. We're going to go for 2 here. That might be a bit of a risk. That's tight. That's tight. Collingwood could be gone. Collingwood could be gone here within 4 balls of the episode. I said I was having a whack about, but goodness me, we don't want to lose Collingwood at this stage. Bit of a reverse sweep. We went for 1. We reluctantly went for the second one. The fielders have been taken to the wrong end recently. I'd say that's gone. I'd say that he has gone, but let's have a look. He's in. He's okay. Collingwood. Oh, thank God. 9 lives. He really has had 9 lives today. Nathan Hauritz robbed of his second wicket. Well, we're still going to have a whack about, but that is just a message, just to say, just don't be quite so ridiculous with that. So we're just going to take the 1 this time. It fits into that nice idea that Broad only faces 1 ball and over anyway. Just defends it, and then Collingwood gets back in for the next over, and Collingwood then can score the majority of the runs. Because as you can see, Broad's just not as good a bat as Collingwood is, but at the same time, he can still score runs. That's a no ball, so we might as well have hit that, but it didn't really go anywhere, so we couldn't pick up any runs. But another run, courtesy of the no ball, and we're just going to defend this one, and that'll be the end of the over. And Paul Collingwood back into bat again. Oh, it's hit Broad, but that's nowhere near. It's not going to swing back in, surely. Yeah. Exactly, that's way outside off stump. I think that was where he was batting. I can't remember what side he was. But Mitchell Johnson, over, we've exploited him a lot recently, because he's just not been bowling very well, to be quite honest. And we'll go for 2 here. We should get them. Yeah, we'll be fine with that. But Paul Collingwood has really took to Mitchell Johnson's bowling really well. He's been bowling too many bouncers. When he's bowled a bouncer, we've just hurled him for 4 or 6. Swinging to the leg side, and it works, to be honest. The field's not that great, there's a few slips, and again there's just so much opportunity out on the leg side that he's been a little bit foolish with the length of ball he's bowling, and for bowling exactly in the right spot for Paul Collingwood. So these overs, especially with the fast bowlers like Mitchell Johnson, absolutely a fantastic bowler, but today has really been lacking in terms of restricting runs, whereas Nathan Hauritz, to be fair to him, when he's been bowling, he has really been restricting the run rate. And hit this one's the offside. Oh, it's a bit of an outside edge, so maybe leg side might be the one to pick. But a really fast ball there, 91.1 mile an hour, getting up to the level of Jofra Archer nearly. Just a little bit late there, outside edge, but didn't carry, and Pot Collingwood lives again. 181, be a real shame for him not to get to 200 now, but he's had a fantastic innings. It's just been great, really carried the team, and you've got to admire that. We'll go for 2 again here. Yep, we'll go for 2. Fielder fumbles, so we're okay, we'll get the 2. As I said, we're just going to go for the runs now, get as big a lead as possible, put the Aussies under pressure in their next innings, and fingers crossed bowl them out before they get a lead and force a by-innings win. But if that doesn't happen, then hopefully at least a short total that we've got to get to, a small total, and hopefully we don't muck that up. We have done easily in the past, in real life and in the game. Another 2 runs for Collingwood there. Could do with focusing on maybe getting a single or an odd number of runs this ball to put Stuart Broad back at the non-strikers end. But that's not imperative. It's not the most important thing. We'll go for that though. Just the single works for me. And that just puts Collingwood back on strike. No discrimination towards Stuart Broad or anything, but Collingwood is the real driving force of this innings, so he might as well keep on strike. At the end of the day, he's got 186. Maybe a little bit later if we get to that, we might give him a little bit of a break, get Stuart Broad to bat a little bit more. But although Broad was a decent bat back then, it's not the greatest idea to put him under the pressure. But that's a no ball, hence why we've whacked that one away, and it's gone beautifully to the boundary for 4. Great stuff to start that over. Not going to be happy there, the fast bowler. Really not. Hilfenhaus, I think, was bowling, and it was a no ball, so I thought we might as well give it a swing. Wouldn't be out anyway if we got caught. So that's effectively 5 off well, no balls basically there. I'll have another swing at that. It's really working, this is. It might get all the way. It's not going to. That's just going to go for 4. And Collingwood, I wouldn't even say slowly but surely, because he's rocketing towards a 200. 194 I think he's on at this point from memory. Yes, he is. So another 6 needed. Not going to try and do this in one shot, believe me. But another 6 needed to get to that total. Not so good there. Is he out? Collingwood's gone. Well, one too many shots there. One too many bad shots. And Collingwood's life at the crease is over. But he might walk away disappointed. We're gutted he didn't get to 200. But a fantastic innings. Contributed more than half of the total. 194 from 360. That is an absolutely awesome innings and could possibly have just won this test match for us. So great stuff from Collingwood. But now it is time. Ryan Sidebottom and Stuart Broad, 2 tail enders. Jimmy Anderson to come in last. It is simply time now just to give it a whack. No point defending, just give it a whack. So this will be exciting stuff for you. And Ryan Sidebottom starting as he means to on. Great shot on the offside. He played really well in that first, was it the first? Well, yeah, it was the second innings of the last test match. Did really well. We can't complain about him there. He was really good. I think he got 40 odd, to be honest. So we might as well give it a whack with him. Got nothing to lose at this point. Again, another nice shot. That's not going to quite go for 4, I don't think, because the fielders ran after that one. We'll go for 3, though. Just give Ryan Sidebottom a little bit of a break. Get Stuart Broad back in the crease, because to be fair, he's not that bad. He's got 20 odd, so he can cope for a few balls of Ben Hilfenhaus here. But they've got their wish, Australia have. They've got the big man out, which is gutting for us, really. Oh, wrong direction, and that was a bit of a disastrous shot. Back in the crease. Doesn't matter, they're nowhere near the stumps. Just attempt to, I mean, there's no point even looking at that one. That's obvious that it wasn't out, unless it swung back in massively. And my eyes tell me it didn't. In he comes, though. Run rate over 5 now. Not great from Broad there, to be honest. But it'd be Sidebottom back at the crease. So Sidebottom starting his innings with 7 off 2. And Broad still on 24 off 58. We've done 3 overs, I think, so far, haven't we? That's right. So Pete Siddle comes into bowl. Obviously, they're not happy with Mitchell Johnson anymore. But what I would say is, to be fair, he's not going to be as punished by these, so I wouldn't imagine. But Siddle comes in anyway. Great shot again from Sidebottom. He's really a much better batsman than I thought he was. He's hitting all of these perfectly, and every one of his balls so far has been quite high scoring. So fair play to him, and well, if he can get to 30, 40, oh, I'm not going to complain. It adds a comfortable amount to the score. Bowling again, just outside that offside. Just going to go for the single probably here. We will get 2 if we're quick enough about it. Yes, we will be quick enough about it here. We get 2. And Sidebottom still on strike. So 4 balls, 13 is a brilliant brilliant start for Sidebottom. Even if he gets out now, I'm not really bothered. He's added a little bit. If he'd have just defended, I wouldn't see the point of that. In comes Siddle, just attempt her outside the off stump. And once again, past the fielders. Sidebottom is a bit of a revelation. Maybe not even for his bowling. His batting is as good as anything. A little bit like Jack Leach. I think Ryan Sidebottom and Jack Leach are just a little bit different. But if he keeps putting these attempts outside the offside, yes, there'll probably be one we miss time. and take to slip. But ultimately, I don't see the point of defending these balls. And that's a no ball. We'll take that. That should be another 2, hopefully, if not 3. No, we'll just go for 2 here. We don't want to risk the 3. We get 3 runs anyway because of the no ball. So we are really charging towards that 400 now. It wasn't long ago that we hit 300. 300 for 7. So there's a big gap here now, which makes you wonder a little bit. We're going to go to the leg side, though, now. And that's a good shot. Has it got past the fielder? Yes, it has. It was in the air. That was a bit of a risky one. I'm aware of that. And I think the fielder will get there. We'll go for 3 here. Get side bottom off strike a little bit. Getting to relax for a few balls. And Stuart Broad can face 1 or 2 at the end of the over. But great start, really, from Ryan side bottom. 22. And makes Stuart Broad's innings looks rubbish. But ultimately, he's just been facing the balls that aren't really intended to go anywhere. But Stuart Broad now following in the footsteps of Ryan side bottom here. Great stuff. We can go for 3 here. We might even get 4 if the fielder fumbles. We're not going to get that lucky, but a great over. And on his first over, returning to the crease and returning, well, not returning to the crease. Well, if we talk about Ryan side bottom returning to the crease, he's had an awesome start. But Pete Siddle, a little bit on the contrary. Real bouncer here. So we'll whack that. What a shot from Ryan side bottom on the leg side. And that's another 4. Brilliant stuff from side bottom. As I said, we might as well just have a whack now, particularly with these tail enders. They're not going to stay the distance, so whatever runs we can get with them before they make a mistake, the better. So 26 off 8 for side bottom. Before we know it, we might get a lead. A first innings lead, may I add, of 300 runs. That would probably be unassailable for Australia to win the match unless we had an absolute stinker in the second innings. But great stuff again from Stuart Broad. We're really hitting these balls perfectly now. Both batsmen getting into their stride. We've already got quite a decent partnership. Surely a 30 or 40 you'd think here. That 3 is definitely going to add to it. We might be all out by the end of the episode, but as I said, I think that this strategy is working at the moment. Really is. In comes Hilfenhaus again. That's a little bit of a poor ball, but Ryan side bottom gets his first life. Well, 1 life down, possibly 2 or 3 to go. Ryan side bottom, a poor shot. That was an attacking shot. Didn't really mean to go in the air, but it did. Just bounced in the air and nearly caught by the fielder there, but he did fumble and luckily side bottom gets another life. But Stuart Broad back at the crease now. Another bouncer here, so we're just going to try and do this side bottom style. A no ball there. Oh dear. Yeah, not exactly the best there and gives him a real nasty hit on the ribs. But a no ball will take another run. We don't really want to face another ball, to be honest. That'll do for Stuart Broad. That's a lovely shot in the air. God, I bet you've never seen these batsmen bat as well as they have. Goodness me, another boundary. Be interested to see how many boundaries we've got. What the ratio of boundaries to shots we've had this episode is. Another 4 from Stuart Broad. And this is a little bit like watching Ben Stokes, except it's Ryan side bottom and Stuart Broad, 2 batsmen, which you wouldn't really relate to that, but that's very much a bouncer. We'll go for that. It's, well, if it's caught, he's not out because it's a bouncer and the tension's just all gone because the controller's disconnected. Stuart Broad wouldn't have been out anyway. That's going to be close. That's really going to be close. Stuart Broad could be gone. He is. He's gone. Well, on a no ball, you can only be out if you get run out. He dropped it, did Brad Haddin, the wicket keeper. I thought, why not? Let's take the risk. Let's just take the risk of going for 2. Really, we could have ran a little bit earlier. That might have just saved the wicket of Stuart Broad, but a great direct hit. Well, it wasn't a direct hit, actually. But Stuart Broad, nowhere near. That does bring up the 400, though. A good innings from Stuart Broad. And now the last batsman to come in is Jimmy Anderson. Another bouncer here from Hilfenhaus. That's not the best start from Anderson. It's up in the air. And he's been dropped. Is it a bit silly to go for this again? Oh, we get away with it this time. We are really fighting with luck here. We are not playing the best cricket, I think it's fair to say now. Getting a little bit sloppy. But getting away with it there with Jimmy Anderson. A very similar shot to the one that Broady played. And that could have been the end of our innings. A great shot, though, from Jimmy Anderson. Attacking on the floor. No risk of a catch there. And we should get 3 out of that, I can imagine. Really rinsing these bowlers now. Yes, we've lost a couple of wickets over the last few overs. But as I said, these tail enders just aren't going to stop the distance. So it's all about having a whack and seeing what we get out of it. Another short length ball to Tempter. Great shot from side bottom. Great shot on the leg side. Seems to be really strong on that leg side. Going to try and get 3 here. See if we can get side bottom back on strike for the next over. That's not going to be a problem. An awesome over there. Yes, we did lose the 1 wicket of Stuart Broad. but we are really firing on all cylinders. I know this is Test cricket and it might not be like this usually, but at drinks we lead by 289. Absolutely fantastic stuff. The way Sidebottom's going, he's going to be the second highest scoring batsman in this innings. Here comes a longer ball. Fuller length from Peter Siddle. Thank you very much. Oh, that's a bit of a dangerous one. Thought we'd hit that a lot better than we had. Is Jimmy gone? Has Jimmy gone? Great direct hit from the fielder there. We went for the single. Do we get to carry the innings on, or are we all out for 409, which I add is a fantastic score given the batting conditions. What is it like? The fielders seem confident. Jimmy's in. He's in. Another life got. Peter Siddle looks hesitant now. Another shorter length ball. This seems odd. Really does. But we'll take it anyway. Poor really from Anderson there. Didn't quite go where we wanted it to. But you can't expect these batsmen to bat the best they can. I mean, they are bowlers at the end of the day, not batsmen. Good shot from Jimmy. Come on, Burnley Lara. We'll take 2 there. Really playing with our lives now. But as I said, it doesn't matter. We're going to try and rinse the Aussies for every run we can get. Peter Siddle really getting quite stressed. Now, running up. Another good shot. Very good shot. I think it's Jimmy, wasn't it? We got 2 there. So we'll go for another 2 here. Oh, for goodness sake. This is really losing the tension, this control disconnected. Anybody want to donate a plug and charge kit? I would be very thankful. But, yeah, we've gone for 2. And we have easily got them this time. Run rate really charging up now. Be interested to see what it is. So 75. It's at least 5 and over, isn't it? Bit of a longer length ball, but I'm tempted. 5.5, yeah. Oh, outside edge. Get back, get back, get back. Have we got back? Third umpire again. That is being used a lot in the last few overs. Just fancied the run there, but it went to the slip a lot quicker than I realised. But Sidebottom's fine. He's in. So a lot of silly appeals really from the Aussies. But you can understand it with 1 wicket left completely. 1 ball left of the over. It's Jimmy to bat it. And that is a good shot. But is he out? Overthrows, luckily. We'll go for 2. We'll go for 2. We'll have 2. Overthrows from the Aussies. It's getting sloppy in the field. Another run added. This is great stuff. Only 6 overs gone. And nearly 18 minutes in the video. 31 from Sidebottom. 11 from Anderson. And Sidebottom batting really well. And that's the man who's in for this Hilton House over. Oh, not such a good shot there from Sidebottom. Doesn't matter. That fielder's quite a way out, so it takes a while to get to him. And we get a single out of it. We get time to run the single. This can be put down as a really good innings now. 4-17 for 9. Still going for it here. Oh! Jimmy went for it. I think that carried as well, and Hilton House might have just dropped Jimmy Anderson. Let's have a look. Did it carry? Did it go straight to the bowl? Looked like it was an upwards trajectory. Yes, it was, I think. Looked like it was. Leaves a lot of space on that leg side. Is he going to play attempted? No, he's not. He's going to play attempted to the offside. That's a great shot. That's a great shot from Jimmy. Past the infield. A lot of fielders there on the offside, but goes straight past them. And another boundary. Great stuff. Another good shot. Not quite going to be a boundary this time, but we will take 2 out of this. Jimmy now increasing his runs. I think we need to learn... well, I think the openers need to learn from these 2. Is this going to be out, though? No, we're in again. We're fine. Great stuff, this is. The openers could learn a thing or 2 from these 2. Really could. Granted, they can't take the risks that Sidebottom and Anderson are now taking, but still, embracing that aggressive style seems to really work here. Great shot again, but straight to the fielder that time. So after 77, we're 4-2-4 for 9. Lead by 304. That's the 300 lead brought up now. Jimmy on 18 off 10. Sidebottom on 32 off 14. Let's see what we can do in the last few overs. Peter Siddle back at the bowling end, which is interesting. Seeing as they seemed quite timid last time out. This is going to be a risk for 2. I think it's gone to the striker's end, so we're absolutely fine there. They do tend to take it to the wrong end most of the time. It's a decent length ball to Jimmy. No ball, so we went on the leg side. We'll take two. We'll take two. And the fielder fumbles. That was crucial. I think it was Mitchell Johnson looked like there. But if we wouldn't have got those two, we would have been out, and that would have been crucial. Another attempt to the leg side. Good shot. Just take a single here. No way that's going to go for two. But every run counts in this match.
There is a lot of talk about fast bowlers hunting in pairs, but to be perfectly honest, what you
the Aussies have got to be so annoyed.
is good fast bowlers.
This is like bowling to the Aussies usually with their mad aggressive tactics.
Just going to have to do
Good shot again. Get back, get back, get back.
really good fast bowlers.
Ooh,
Then, of course, you
thought that was better than it was.
problems for the opposition.
And sometimes you have to run quickly just to get the single.
About fast bowlers and indeed
Another
spinners
tempter.
hunting in pairs come from. They keep up the pressure,
Straight to the fielder though on that occasion.
rage, so to speak.
2 runs left in the over.
In my time,
Love to get to 450 here.
Lillian Thompson
That'd be a mega lead of 330.
only been one of those two, and a little bit of respite when
Oh well, that carried. That carried. I didn't think it had. It carried, ladies and gents. And we lose our last wicket. Rhinestone bottom out. The Aussies shaking the hands of these two. Have done an impeccable job, to be fair, to add 50 to the total for us. So the control's disconnected again. But that 50 could just be enough to win us the test match. I mean, Australia have got to get at least 310, which based off the first innings they're going to struggle to get. They've got to get at least that, and then whatever more they can get, and then we've just simply got to bat against it. So if we bat anything like we did there, we should win the test match. But we might be doing a little bit of bowling against the Aussies next time out. We might simulate the innings of the Aussies, I'm not quite sure. But you will see that on Thursday, which will be the next episode of this series at 6 PM. As I said, check out the channel update video, see what the new schedule is for next week. Pretty much stays the same, really. It's Tuesdays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So I think it'll be Friday, actually, apologies. It'll be Friday, the next video of this series. But check that channel update video just to make sure I'm right there, but I am definitely right. But a really fascinating episode, a lot of batting, a lot of enjoying batting there. And we are all out for 430. Great innings, and I think the Aussies will struggle to take a 2-0 lead in the Ashes. Thank you for watching, folks. I've been TIJ Gowan, and until the next time, I will see you all later on. Goodbye for now.